The U.S. Steel and the United Steelworkers Union, they're squaring up as the company mulls over takeover bids. The 122-year-old steelmaker is fighting back on the union's assertion of veto power over potential acquisitions. But the union claims the deal could not be consummated without their support and has fully endorsed the offer from Cleveland-Cliffs. For more on this, we're joined by Emily Peck, Axios markets reporter. Emily, walk us into this deal. What do we need to know about it, and particularly just how we got to this point?
Right. So this started with S-Mark making an offer, cash and stock for U.S. Steel, the very iconic, storied, and now really diminished steelmaker in the U.S. There are only four steel manufacturers left in the United States, right? And U.S. Steel rejected the bid from S-Mark and then threw itself in play and is now accepting other offers. And what makes this one interesting, I think, is as you talked about, the labor union's sort of unique position here. The steel workers have a provision in their contract that gives them the right to bid on U.S. Steel if the company is in play. But instead of doing that, instead of making their own bid, they've transferred the right to bid to Cleveland-Cliffs, and they've said, this is the only company we want to buy U.S. Steel. And they're saying that that means this is veto, that this means they're not going to, U.S. Steel can't sell to any other company. And then, of course, U.S. Steel says that's not true. But the upshot is the union has a lot of power to basically gum up any kind of deal making by U.S. Steel, right? Because it could take this to arbitration, or it could take it. They could take it to court to fight over it, and other bidders might not want to get involved in something so messy.
Well, and Emily, if U.S. Steel does a deal with another shop, do they risk their whole workforce walking out?
Yeah, they do.
That would be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of power. You want to keep them happy, and they've made their position and their choice clear, and they do have a lot of leverage. And S-Mark, it's not a union shop. So I think there's a lot of suspicion among steel workers about that. I mean, other steel companies for years and years have they've gotten acquired, and union shops have disappeared entirely.
Is it clear whether another buyer, a potential suitor, will emerge here?
There's a rumor that ArcelorMittal, which is like the second largest steelmaker in the world, has made a bid, but we haven't gotten confirmation of that yet. So I don't know if another bidder will publicly emerge, but U.S. Steel says that it has gotten unsolicited bids. We just don't know who that's been from.